Hey, hey. Hello, you guys. Lean in. Please, will you? Will you please lean in with me? I want you, just like every time we talk, okay? I want you to really get honest with yourself. Like, I never assume if you're hanging out with me that we're going to keep it real. Okay? It's the only way. If you're interested in like half results and half truths, I'm not for you. Okay? I'm just going to be open with that. I know who says that, right? I do. I'm not your person. Okay? I want you to have sustainable results. I want you to get to where you want to go. Okay? That's my goal, that's my purpose, is to help you get there. If you're going to like beat around the bush and pretend stuff's not the way it is, then I'm not your people. Okay? Right now, for those of you that are still sticking around, I want you to ask yourself, are you showing up on purpose? Are you doing your best work? And are you doing it with a sense of urgency? Are you doing that? What does that look like? Okay, over the course, and if you reflect on your life so far, it doesn't matter whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 60, 70, 80, however old you are listening to this, watching this, okay? When you look over your lifetime, you will be able to think right off the top of your head the people that you know that do really good work. And every now and then, if you really think about it, you have actually come across someone that doesn't just do good work, they do great work. They are exceptional. They are like next level. When they show up, they show up. Someone whose work is so exceptional that it will never be forgotten. We're actually kind of talking about this in study club this morning about how we want people to remember us. Well, it started off, how do you remember other people? Like mechanical things. But it's, how do you want to be remembered? Okay. How does that actually happen? How do they do that? What causes these people that are going above and beyond, that are exceptional, to do the work at that caliber? And the answer might actually surprise you a little bit. Okay, because they share the same positive characteristics as most people do. But the men and women that are doing outstanding work that will stand the test of time have become masters at what they do. They chose to develop themselves and become a master. And why would you do that? Well, they did that because at some point in their lives, they decided, remember, everything's rooted in decision, that they wanted to live their best life possible. And guys, you don't live your best life possible if you're halving things. I tell my clients all the time, guys, if you're not going for mastery, get out. Get out. Stop. Just stop. Okay. The people that are going for mastery, they know that they have to do their work and that they have to do it on purpose in order to fulfill that big dream that they have for their lives. If you are not on purpose, and you'll know if you aren't, you'll know it because however, I always tell my clients to chunk their days into 8, 8, and 8, right? 8 days or 8 hours for making a living, 8 hours you hand it over to Mother Nature because your body needs it to rest, to sleep. And then you have 8 hours. Okay. But that 8 hours of work If you feel exhausted at the end where you just can't even, you come home and you're just like a total piece of work to your family, the people that you're doing it for, or you're just like, I have like, you're feeling it in your body, you're not happy, maybe you have anxiety, okay? You're not on purpose. I can tell you right now. And you might say, but I like my job. I get it. When I worked in corporate healthcare, I liked my job and I was actually really good at it, like really good at it. But guess what? You're going to be good at whatever you put your mind to. You're going to be even better and you are going to be able to master the thing that you are on purpose, the reason why you are here. That's what you will be good at. That's what you will master. And it'll be easy. It'll be crazy easy. People say to me all the time, Delane, I wish I could do what you do. Well, you can do what I do. You're just not meant to do it in the way that I do it. I'm going to do it my way. You're going to do it your way. Or I've heard people say, oh my gosh, there's so many coaches out there. Yeah, but they don't coach like I coach. Like I'm a kick-ass coach. I know this. I'm mastering it. And it's not a conceit thing. It's just I'm going for mastery. If you're not, get out. If your purpose is to be a nurse, go for mastery. Don't just show up at your shift, do your 12 hours, and then leave. Go for mastery. If you're an artist and you're painting a painting, don't just paint the painting, go for mastery. Okay, like you think if you go, like let's use paintings for example. Okay, if you are painting a painting, you want one that's going to stand the test of time. That's going to be in museums in 1,000 years from now, still being admired. Or if you're a songwriter, you want a song, you want to write that song that'll stand the test of time. You think now, actually, my husband and I were talking about this other day, like how long ago, like Motown music came, like it's 2022. Motown music came out a long time ago now. Like really, like over 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years. And there's some solid ones that have just, there's, I still rock out to them every day. Okay, if you look at a painter like Rembrandt, okay, when he was painting, he may not have been thinking, "Oh, I hope everybody loves my work 3 or 400 years from now." But he didn't just take out his painting or his tools and his supplies and, you know, just wing it. He mastered it. He gave it his best every single day. And now, all these years later, his paintings are still hanging up in museums. Motown classics are still classics. Okay? If you care about what you're doing right now, you will leave a lasting impact. And there's a difference. I know lots, I mean, I come from healthcare, so I know lots of doctors and nurses and physiotherapists and all the different disciplines that work in a hospital. But it applies to everywhere. I mean, my husband was a police officer. There's a whole system there. My kids go to school. So you've got teachers, there's a whole system there. And there's a huge difference if someone's on purpose and giving it their all or not. You've all had a really crappy nurse or doctor where you're like, oh my God, why are they even doing what they do? Same with teachers, same with police officers, same with every profession. And then you've had someone come to your house. Someone came to fix our pool heater. Exceptional. Like, this guy loved his work. Loved it. Loved it like he loved it. Like, I'm still talking about him. Okay? What are you giving your best every day, and are you being on purpose? But does giving your best every day mean that you'll immediately and always succeed? Not necessarily, but your efforts will be paid off in the end with persistence. Theodore Roosevelt, he had an amazing quote where he said, "The credit belongs to the person who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcomings. He who does not actually strive to do the deed, who knows the great enthusiasm, the great devotion, and who spends him or herself in a worthy cause, who at best knows triumph in the end, at worst fails while daring greatly. Who knows his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat." One thing that I don't want for you is for you to just go flippantly throughout your life. Have you ever done that exercise where you look to the end of your life? Like, you put yourself there, you can visualize yourself and reflect back? Most have immense regret. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done this. Well, guess what? This is here and now. This is your time. And you're not going to ever get it back again. I'm not going to teach you about a time capsule. Either way, you are on this earth 100 years if you're lucky. What are you doing with it? Are you showing up and going for mastery? And there are some very specific things that you can do to leave your mark. Okay, people that are leaving their mark, they do three things. They are focused and incredibly on purpose. They know their purpose, and your guys, once you identify your purpose, it doesn't shift. It never changes. Your vision and your goals will shift, but your purpose will never shift. And your purpose, parents out there, is not to be a parent. Your purpose, you actually had a purpose before you became a parent, and you will have a purpose when your kids are grown and gone and you're living out your purpose. Your purpose, for those of you that are getting ready to retire, was not to just crush it for the last 30 years and then not know what you're going to do for the next 30. You had your purpose before you took that job 30 years ago. And you will have a purpose, same purpose, after you retire. Do you know what it is? Because those that are looking back on their life with no regrets, they knew their purpose. They lived their purpose. Okay? The next thing, once you know your purpose, you can then have a very systematic approach to getting to where you want to go. You're not like winging it. You don't wing your purpose. Okay? And then they do it with a sense of urgency. Do you have urgency? Okay, there's a big difference between having a sense of urgency and then rushing through your day to the next thing, to the next thing, to just do the next. Putting out fires, being taken out by urgent matters. Not the same thing. That's not what I'm saying. It's really urgent. Anybody else spend their day? I used to spend my day firefighting. I've never been a firefighter, but I was a firefighter managing in healthcare. 100%. There were days where I was like, Dave would be like, "What'd you do today?" And I was like, "I fought fires." "What did you do?" I just kept putting them out. And that was when I knew I wasn't on purpose. Hurry and panic are mental states that we as humans will experience whenever we have a lot to do and have no systematic approach to getting it done. So if you have your checkoff list of all the things to do and you're just check, 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 you might say, well, that's my system. That's how I get stuff done. But are you moving yourself forward? Are you just getting stuff done today? Like, get the groceries, pay the bills, do the laundry. That's not going to move you forward. Yet that's how most are living. And we hurry to do the next thing. People who are doing great work do a tremendous amount of work in a very small period of time. Okay, we are not here just to make a living and not be on purpose. We are here to enrich the world. And this is the difference when it is coming from a place of urgency. Okay, there's kind of like two kinds of people: those who are always busy and like accomplishing nothing, and those who work with this sense of urgency. And these are the ones that create greatness. Okay, we all, either way, guys, time is going to go by. Either way, you are going to think thoughts, but they are either going to be scattered or they're going to be concentrated. Your time, you're either going to know how you spend it, or you're going to ask, what did I even do today? I have no idea. Okay, the person who is super busy and accomplishing nothing, which is actually the majority of humanity. Okay, and this is the type of person they're making a list to make a list. Like, making their list is on their list of things to do. So if this is you, don't be like, "Oh man, that's me." It's okay. You and the majority of people. Okay? You're not lazy. In fact, you are typically busier than most. These are the people that when you like talk to them, or like I'll run into somebody that I haven't seen in like 5 years. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what is up?" "Oh my god, all the things. I'm so busy." Blah, 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 blah. And they don't even know how they just spent the last 5 years of their life. Okay? They're not lazy. Laziness is not on the radar. But they fail to accomplish anything because of indecision and disorganization. You might say, "Oh, that's not me. I'm totally organized. I'm crazy organized." But are you organized just doing your daily tasks? Okay? Do you have an over attention to minor details? Do you work harder and harder instead of systematically? Is working harder your answer to everything? "Oh, I need more money." Work harder. "Oh, I need time off." Work harder. Hurry, rush, panic. These are all symptoms of people who have fallen off purpose. They almost win. They almost get the job done. They almost show up on time. These are all habits. And what it's ultimately doing is it works in opposition to universal law. I don't know about you, but I'm not looking to take on the universe in a fist fight. Okay. Someone who lives with a sense of urgency, and this is what I teach people to do all the time, is you have a goal and you are focused on one idea. We spin plates. Are you like, those plate spinners? You go to the circus and they're like out there and they got it on their nose, they've got one on their foot in each hand and they're doing their thing. Okay. You'll notice a plate spinner gets one plate spinning and then starts another plate, and then starts another plate, and then starts another plate. But what we do is humans, again, the majority of people, is we've got a pile of plates and we walk out into center stage and we just go, "Phew," and we throw them up in the air and we just like try to catch them all. And then when they smash all over the place, we just go in a corner and cry. Say we have anxiety. Okay. When you have a sense of urgency, you are focused like a laser beam. And you know that the concentrated ideas that you have are the ones that are going to get results. And you are in absolute harmony with everything the universe is throwing at you. You have a thinking and an attitude of love and gratitude and joy. You are like a super competent and systematic thinker. You see a task all the way through. None of this stop in midway. And they do things in a great way every single day. They are great. They do work that counts. And their urgency knows the task that needs to get done, and they only take on things that are going to move them forward. All of the like mindless work, like folding your laundry and getting your groceries, when you can train yourself that when you know where you're going, that stuff just takes care of itself. It's not an actual thing on your to-do list. Yet we spend so much time making them a huge thing. You know what's a huge thing? Your life and your purpose and your goals. It's not working to retire. It's not working just to get through the next day or to the next paycheck. Okay, when your energy is scattered, there's no focal point. And then why would you have a sense of urgency when you're like, I don't even know where the hell I'm going? Okay, when you are systematic and urgent, everything else seems to just come naturally and easily. It's easy. It's like that commercial where you hit the easy button? It's like that easy button just showed up in front of you. Okay, so make the decision to live with a sense of urgency. Ask yourself, do you think the work you are doing will be loved and appreciated hundreds of years from now? Do you have a list? I was telling my peeps to have a list of 6 things that are systematically planned out in advance and will move you towards your goal. Do you intentionally put away distractions? Do you start you're at number 1 and finish number 1 and then move to number 2? Finish number 2 and then move to number 3? Do you take action intuitively, or are you just doing what everybody else tells you to do? And are you committed to your goal and to the results? Do you even have a goal? Most people, you guys, if I asked 100 people, do you have a goal? 98 of them would not have a real goal. They would have like this, well, yeah, whatever. I don't even know. Something that's not a goal. And the other 2% probably don't have it written down. Okay, every day you want to focus on doing activities that count. If you're going to have a list of to-dos, make sure that every single piece is going to move you forward. Okay, the sense of urgency automatically detects those projects that are goal-oriented and that call for immediate attention. They immediately act on those projects, and then you get them done until they are done. You do not stop. So, what are you committed to? Okay, realize that the greatness you develop and the sense of urgency that you operate with is going to be in direct proportion to your commitment to your results. Okay, become great at anything that calls for you to keep going. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to whatever you're trying to accomplish. So many people will say, "Oh, I want this, I want this." And I say, "Well, how bad do you want it? Scale of 1 to 10. Oh, I'm a 10, I'm an 11. Okay. Are you willing to do what needs to be done to get there? Ooh, ugh, what? I don't have time for that. I don't have money for that. I don't have, it's usually time or money. If you have to be willing to give up where you currently are to get where you want to go. You have to be, or else you're not going to get there. Okay, some will believe that what they want is truly accessible to them, but few will take action towards reaching that goal. And even fewer will lay out the plan involving multiple steps. And even fewer will stay on track with it, with that sense of urgency. So, what group are you going to fall into? You decide. It's all you. You get to decide what this looks like. You get to decide that at the end of your life, this is how you want to be remembered. But you don't start doing that thing at 80. You do it now, wherever you're at, even if you're 78, you do it now and you do it in a way that you're mastering it. Go for mastery, you guys. Don't settle for anything less than that. You've attracted in this message for a reason. Know that it's for a reason. Awesome. Thanks for leaning in today with me, guys. Have an amazing day.